Janet Yellen says tax changes for large firms may not be ready until 2022. And I got to tell you, it's going to be beyond 2022, right? Because they haven't even proposed anything yet. And then there's going to be a election year. Very few tax reform gets done in an election year, right? So don't, even if they come up with something in 2022, it probably will not pass in 2022. And that means we're going into 2023 before they can even propose or pass a law to change the corporate tax laws so corporations pay more. Okay, so that's 2 or 3 years down the road. And again, because even if they change it, then is it going to be the next year that they're going to pay the tax? They won't have to pay the taxes till the next year, right? So that's all of these issues about going after large corporations, in my opinion, is false. And they know it's false, but that doesn't stop them from doing it. So this will be paired with an investment in enforcement to make sure corporations pay their fair share. Investment in enforcements, what does that mean? More audits. That's what that means, right? That's the investment in enforcement. They're going to enforce to take more money. They got to get more money. And how are they going to get more money? They got to go after corporations, the small business people, because that's where the money is. That's how they're going to get it. This will be, okay, so the typical workers' wages are reported to the IRS and their employer withholds, so they pay all of their taxes they owe, as I just mentioned. By contrast, large corporations have at their disposal loopholes they exploit to avoid or evade tax liabilities, and an army of high-paid tax advisors and accountants who help them get away with this. But this is a quote from the administration. But they help them get away with it. They follow the law. They don't abuse the law. They're not going to jail for anything. They're not accused of tax evasion. They're accused of following or using the tax loopholes that the Senate and the House put in, and the White House has signed. So that's not. They're again, and to change that, they have to change the law. To change a law, that's going to take some years. It's not something that's going to happen. So they keep talking about large corporations and W-2 employees, they pay their taxes because it comes out of their tax return. But the people who don't, this is the small business person, the person who's trying to make ends meet. I've already mentioned, in my opinion, who pays the most in our society? Small business people, because they don't take advantage of the loopholes that are out there that are available for them. And they don't take advantage of it. Many people don't structure their business correctly. And they overpay on the taxes. But not only are you going to overpay now, you're going to be audited and you're going to pay more. So you got to take advantage of the laws as they are and reduce your tax liability, because they're going to come after you to pay more. And we talked my last show here on today's Tax Talks was about how to avoid tax audits, right? IRS audits. And there's ways to do it. And so I encourage you to look that show up. It's on watchtalkradio.com. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. You can find it. But how to avoid tax audits. And maybe we'll talk about it again soon, because it is that important. The Biden administration claims boosting IRS audits could raise as much as $700 billion in revenue. Well, again, where's that revenue going to come from? They haven't even changed the laws for the big corporations. They're not going to change. So where's that $700 billion going to come from? It's going to come from small business people.